We know that the results for the diversity visa lottery are out. Some people win, some didn't. For those people who didn't win the diversity visa lottery, these are the reasons as to why you didn't win the diversity visa lottery. I'm going to be very brief. I'm going straight to the point so that you cannot start, oh, the guy talking too much or whatever, blah, 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 blah. Reason number one why you didn't win the DV lottery is the fact that each year the number of applicants is higher than the number of people who are supposed to be selected. Before the passport requirements for the application for the diversity visa lottery, guess how many people used to apply for the diversity visa lottery? It used to be between 18 to 24 million people. In the last 3 years, where the passport requirement was implemented, the number drastically dropped. It is between 6.5 million to 8 million. So even if we do not know exactly the number of people who applied for the current DV lottery, but I can have a good guess, at least 8 million. If it goes further, maybe 10 million. But are they selecting 10 million people? The number of people are supposed to be selected usually is two or three times the number of maximum visas available. So the number of people are supposed to be selected in the DV 2021, they selected 133,000. DV 2022, they selected 122,000. We do not know how many people have been selected right now, but it will be at least 120,000 people who have been selected. So it's 120,000 out of 6-7 million. So if you do the math, quick away, it will be 1 in sometimes 200-300 people will be selected. That is just overall globally. But if you come to Africa alone, 1 in 124 people will be able to win. So even if it will be 1 out of 5, obviously, yeah, 4 people not to be able to win. So this is 1 chance out of 154. But if you break down to the countries, sometimes 1 in 50, depending on the country, 1 in 100, but still not 1 on 1. So people will not be able to win. So don't start looking on the things which are not which do not matter at all, that these are the reasons of not winning. I made a video and I described in detail the reasons the reasons or things people try to blame themselves, but don't play any single part in the selection process. So, but this is the reason, just the number of people who applied is higher than the number of selected, number of total selection which are given. Number 2, it comes to failure to follow the instructions for the filling of the diversity visa lottery. Some people, when they go to apply, when it comes to the photograph, there are things which cause them to be automatically eliminated, because the process is you apply for the diversity visa lottery. Once you apply, the Department of State is going to take some people completely out, total knockout, and the remaining, they are going to the selection process. Why some people are getting the automatic rejection, technical knockout automatically? Maybe on the photo they are wearing glasses, which is not allowed. Maybe sometimes the photo is portrait, but when they upload it this way on landscape mode, which that is not allowed again. Or you are having a background which is blue, red, whatever, instead of white background. Maybe you are turning around this way instead of looking straight. Maybe you are looking up instead of looking straight. Maybe you are wearing military uniform, the certain uniform which you're not supposed to wear out of those. So there are certain type of, just by photograph out itself, you can be able to be eliminated. And many people, trust me, are eliminated it based on the photograph. And the last part on the reasons is why you are going to, this applies for few people. There are some people, they apply more than once. Maybe by mistake, they applied once and they come to find out, maybe I did a mistake on my birthday. They go again to fill another lottery application. That is a duplicate application. You'll be automatically rejected. Or someone is, depending on the country, whether you are Muslim or Christian or whatever traditionalist, some countries, they have regulation where you can have more than one wife. So in that situation, you say, oh, I have 2 wives, let me apply one, I'm married to this one. You apply for the second time, you put another woman. You think that those are same, I mean, it's because I'm applying with different people, but still all those are considered a duplicate application because they are looking at the principal applicant, how many times you have entered the information in that particular form. And some people, they do the duplicate application, just they want to trigger the system. You go there, you write Ernest Boniface Makulilo is one applicant. Then you go, you write Ernest Makulilo, no middle name. Then you go, you put Boniface Ernest Makulilo is the third person. But you forget that the Department of State have the sophisticated software of the face recognition to determine if one person has entered more than once. So if you enter more than once, you are going to be finito, eliminated, completely knocked out. So if you are able to be away from those key issues which will cause you to be denied the visa, I mean to be total rejection or not to win, then you let it to God. If God wants you to win, you are going to win. If you are not going to win, don't get upset. Be happy for the people who have won, because that you are selected message on the screen is going to change people's life, and you have to be there for other people. You never know, the person you are going to be happy with will be able to host you. Remember, if someone is immigrant, someone has won the DV lottery, got a host, is in the US, I've been there for 2 years, that person is likely able to host someone because they know what it means to have a host. But if you get upset with the same person, you don't want to talk to them, then they're there. Why should they host you in one way or another? They will not host you. So those are some of the few things you need to make sure that you understand. Be ready. You didn't win. It's okay. Be ready for the next DV lottery application.